doing jumping jacks. Oh, and lost my glasses and burpees. This is why. Hey guys, it's Kelly here from Armed and Feminine. I am once again here with my friend John. And today we're going to talk a little bit about stress training and why it's important, how you do it, and how you might be able to do some of this at home. That was the purpose of my jumping jacks there today. So stress training, you said this to me last time you were here, is next time we're going to do some stress training. Why is that important?
Well, a couple things. First of all, you want to recreate the environment, meaning what somebody is going to feel in their mind, their body, their emotions when they get into a gunfight, and especially their first gunfight. We see all kinds of information and statistics about the degradation of shooting skills, and that's a real thing. But one thing I want to say at the outset is that if you're actually doing regular training, and you're training every time you're at the range, indoor, outdoor, doesn't matter, you're training as if you're really in a gunfight. So mentally you're getting there. You're going to see that difference between what happens in a real gunfight and what you're doing, what would happen if you weren't kind of training that way. Right. Will decrease a lot.
So, you know, what I see is a lot of my friends, etc., will go out and will target shoot for marksmanship, which is great. You know, a lot of us want to do competition shoots or just improve our shooting fundamentals, and that's great, shooting for marksmanship. But many people, and I know women who come to class, their biggest thing is, I'm like, why do you want to be here? Tell me why I take this class. I'm like, I want to be able to defend myself or my home or my children. I'm like, well, that's great, but target shooting's not going to get you there. So this is why we need to do stress training.
Right, so there are a couple things. One, when you're shooting at the target, you want to imagine you're actually having to address another human being. Right. Now, all of that said, if we want to really prepare ourselves and train to actually shoot under a similar condition, although it's never going to be the same, as if you're in a gunfight, is you can do things that can get your heart rate up and kind of get your mind racing. And so a few things. Some people just talk about the physical, and that's important. Right. So, you know, I believe you should have people sprint hills. You should have them do, you know, bodybuilders or burpees, do some push-ups, but things that are going to be above and beyond what you normally do, because you want the
heart rate up.
Right, heart rate up.
Right.
The other thing is, while you're shooting, and this is obviously something you normally can only do on an outside range, have other distractions. It can either be real distractions, you know, in the military or in the SWAT training. You could throw flashbangs, and there are big explosions going off around you.
Firecracker?
While you have to, firecrackers, you know, M80s, you could probably do those things. But you could also just have a sound system that has those things. And at that point, somebody, an instructor, can be talking to you. They don't even have to be screaming, although that helps.
I've had those.
Right, screaming, and it's not just for screaming's sake.
Right.
What you're trying to do is you're mentally trying to distract the person, because that's what's going to happen in a real gunfight.
So they're not going to be focused on what that target is because of everything else that's going on.
Right. So another thing is you can actually put things up on the range and ask them after you've shot, meaning after they've gone through this, what did you see on the right side of the range? Did you see anything? And it could be something as simple as a big, you know, 3x3 piece of cardboard that's painted blue, and somebody just holds it up for 15 seconds because exactly
nothing. We see nothing. Tunnel vision kicks in. Yeah.
But what you want to do is, as you progress in this training, and you keep getting the heart rate up, you keep bringing in these extra things, these outside distractions, and you're forcing the person to open up their sight and tell you what they saw in peripheral. Then in a real gunfight, you're going to actually, you have to train to this.
Right.
How you train on the range
is
how you're going to perform.
Right.
So if you're used to, in the middle of doing a shooting drill, bending down and picking up your brass, you're literally, people will do that. If you're used to sticking your empty magazines in this pocket, instead of, you know, those are where my extra full magazines go, and they always go in this pocket, my empty ones go here or over. Whatever it is, do it the same every time.
of sweat on me. I don't know about you. But that
That's
was
good.
pretty good. I only hit 4 out of 5 on my steel. You did a little better than I did. But essentially what we're trying to show you with this exercise is that we want to get physically exhausted, even though that wasn't exhausting, but you get the idea. Mental distractions.
Right.
Mental distractions with some extra noise, and the last one.
And then train to open up your peripheral by having, we didn't do it here, but you could just say, again, sometimes it's something as simple. I'll do something as a little remote control car with a helium balloon and just roll it out and roll it back and just see if they notice that while they're shooting. Most people, first time or so, they won't, but once they start, they're looking for it, they will.
Well, I know, I didn't even really look at you too much because I was concentrating on, I got to hit my target, and you were just about 5 or 6 feet away from me, and I heard you, but I didn't see you. Whew.
It's good.
Yeah. Ah. Hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment if you like. I'm Kelly from Armed and Feminine with my friend John, and remember, it's your life,
Protect it.
sweaty or not.